It's 24 degrees in here today, and don't be deceived, I've still got my coat on because it might be 24 degrees in here, but it's windy and it's only 12 degrees outside. So the plan is that I'm going to give this a good watering and then head outside, clear this plot finally, because the sun is out, it's staying dry for a few hours. I want to get all the rubbish now, that the bits and bobs that's been flying around the plot, get it up to standard. So let's just get that done. Don't ever believe that this YouTube gardening is a clean job. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rake all this out, and there's a lot of manure that's still there as well. That's fine, that can go on here. I think I might have to dig this. I actually think I might have to dig down, make sure there's no perennial weeds in there. So this is going to be where the asparagus is, and once you put that asparagus in, you don't want to be digging around in it and messing around with it and transplant it again. If you have to, fine, but once it's in, try and keep it in. So I've moved down the bays. I think I'm gonna move the path so that it still goes off that way to the shed, but I think I'm gonna have it so that it goes to the polytunnel there as well, so it's easier with a wheelbarrow. I have a nice bed down here then, asparagus. Spring flowers are looking lovely. Herb garden. This still needs to be weeded desperately. I'm going to get that done today or tomorrow for sure. Half this bed is still covered up with cardboard. Garlic, weeded as well. Rhubarb, fantastic. Hyacinths, they've all come out now. They're blooming, and there's some purple ones, there's pink ones. This is still a bit of a shed. As you can see, I've taken off most of those sails from the outside now, and people can still see in. So I'm hoping that more foliage, or maybe I put some plants up to give me some privacy there. But summer will come and that'll soon, soon bush over. But I'm thinking for the winter, I'd like it to be a bit more, private. I still got a bit of rubbish here that I got to sort out. This, I think, is a blueberry or something, but I'm not sure because these are old berries and they're really dry. But this bush was already here, but I don't want to take it out because it looks lovely, but I don't want to be eating berries that might be poisonous for me, but I doubt it anyway. The fruit bushes now, the fruit garden is looking lovely. I thought the back red gooseberry wasn't coming out of dormancy, but it is. I've taken off again most of the sails there. This area now needs to be, I could have cut the plastic off, rebed this, and I don't know what to do with it. I still haven't sure what to do. I don't want to put anything high up against it because obviously it'll dim the polytunnel in the sun. But yeah, overall I'm very happy with how this plot's going. But let me show you how it's all going on in here. Even since Wednesday's video, more have germinated, and it's just looking like a full forest of food. But I'm really happy with it. Even the runner beans are shooting up now. The cabbages are looking okay. The lettuce is down here. God, look at them. So overall, it's all ticking on quite well. Strawberries are also, they're really bedding in well now. It's just the messy jobs now, a couple of messy jobs, and then this plot should be okay for plot inspection. I'm not worried about this plot at all because it's 1,000 times better. If you remember what it looked like before, God, it was a project and a half over the autumn and winter, as you remember. Autumn and winter. So yeah, lots going on here, so much still planned. I never learn, do I? I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to pop to the grapevine plot, pick up about 3 sacks of bark that I had spare chucked to the bottom of the plot, bring them up here so that I'm going to put bark all over it, you know, from the path into the polytunnel, because it's where I've dug all the way around. It's really muddy there now, and it's constantly a bog. So I'm hoping to tidy that bit up there so that it's looking a bit more tidier and it's taking shape. It's all taking shape here now.
May you always find your way to higher ground. May you always keep your head held up high.
What I'm going to do now is I've bought some beading, some trim. I'm going to trim these windows, these window frames. There's a good, you know, 3 centimeters gap there, and then I'm going to fit the perspex into the gaps, and then I'll have some little side, like little catches that twist and lock, and it should seal this polytunnel, then stop the wind from, you know, cooling it down when I don't need it to be cool in the early spring. Summer I can take them back off. So I think that's what I'm going to do now. So it's all sealed and secured now, and the wind is picking up, so I'm kind of glad that I got it done. You know, they're only temporary. They'll probably stay for another month or 2 until after the last frost. Then we'll take them out. Front and back has been done. And the good thing is, you know, you have to turn these and they pop straight out. I've come over today because today is the day that I plant out my potatoes. So I am planting potatoes in buckets as I did last year and the year before. However, this year I am doing some in the ground. So I'm gonna grab those now, head down to the grapevine garden, and yeah, I feel like I've neglected her a little bit because I've been focusing so much on the fig and olive plot that she's had a little bit of neglect from me with time-wise. I have been getting her ticked over and, you know, weeded and getting her ready for spring, but she's not there yet. So I've grabbed the shallots, I've grabbed some red florence onions and the potatoes, and let's head down there now.
Shitty car, but we hit the road. Doesn't matter where we go and destination unknown. I don't care where the motor stops, cause when I want it, then I want it. Yeah, I want it, oh I want it, let's go. Look around, where's the people at? I want a taste of the good life. Hit me with it, right now I'm in it. Cause when I want it, then I want it. Yeah, I want it, oh I want it, let's go. And I won't look back, yeah. I don't care about the bad shit back home. It's Cincinnati, baby, I just wanna let it go. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Yeah. Baby, I don't have to know your real name. I'm just addicted to the way you take the pain away. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Yeah. Cincinnati, baby, Cincinnati, baby. Yeah, Cincinnati, baby, Cincinnati, baby.
I feel so much better knowing those potatoes are in now. I ended up doing 2 rows of shallots and 1.5 rows of rocket. But that bed again, when spring's over, you know, the end of spring, I'll be pulling them out of the bed and then there'll be another bed free. So it's a circle, it's a circle. I've got a plan, I haven't got a plan. So the beetroot's in now, multi-sown beetroot in this bed, which I grew in here last year as well. This has had a good feed of well-rotted manure and also some good compost on top. The rain have washed it in very, very well. Same across here, I've got my golden shallots and also some red florence onions. I'll pick off a few of the red florence as spring onions, and I'll leave the bigger ones then to bulb up a little bit. They look like a banana shallot. So I didn't want to waste the remaining shallots, so I popped them in this little planter, and hopefully they'll just give me a little extra crop. If not, again, I'll pull them as little onions. Now, one thing I do want to do right now is I need to cover these over, because I have learned that when they're this small, those birds or something comes over and nibbles the tops of them. I know they pull them out when they first shoot, but for some reason over here, unless it's a squirrel or something, I don't know, but they're a little bugger for pulling them out and eating them. So I'm going to cover them over now with a little bit of mesh and stuff. Oh, it's been really nice today that I've come over and the grapevine garden is looking beautiful. Let me show you. So there is a bit of weeding to do, but I tell you what, seeing these daffodils, it makes it really worth it. I'm already running out of space on the grapevine garden. There's so much growing. I've got a few beds here, some covered over with cardboard, but they'll be pulled off before you know it and planted into. So yeah, it's all going on. So I've counted, and at the moment I've got 6 beds free for planting and all that in the polytunnel. It will all work out in the end because some things go in, some things come out. But yeah, it's all ticking along. I'm Danny, and this is the Grapevine Garden.